Welcome to a new Illusion feature. Today we'll be featuring the N95 8GB as usual, but we'll be looking at games today. Okay, at the moment it's currently plugged the TV out onto the TV, and I have a separate camera here filming it. And the reason why I'm doing this is so I can show you the screen as such, without having to edit the video afterwards. So I'll just close this application now and you should jump straight onto the screen. Brilliant. Okay, let's go on to the games. Okay, there's many different types of games you can use. There's your N-Gage suite, which I'll quickly show you. Although this is just the demo as such, the real thing gets released next month. One of the things about the demo, it only runs in portrait. And if you're using TV out, it kind of runs like that weirdly, but that's just on the intro. The rest of it will display like this, like your traditional sort of portrait screen. So you have big borders if you have a TV as such. I'll just quickly show you Asphalt 3. Very quickly show you this. Okay, on the demo you have, I believe, just the one track, and you can choose between two different cars. Okay, the graphics have slightly improved since the last Asphalt game on the N-Gage, on the original platform, which is a shame. It's only a little improved opposed to significantly, because it was running on a 100 MHz processor before, and now we have 300. As well as having graphics acceleration on board of the phone. So it would be nicer to see a smoother frame rate and just smoother graphics overall. But apart from that, the game actually does look quite nice. It is quite smooth. The sounds could be improved, but of course this is all a demo. I'd like to see the online services later on when the full game's released, and obviously all the different cars and different modes as such before I put a actual opinion on it properly. Okay, I'll just exit out of this. I won't show you FIFA yet. Let's go straight into emulators. Okay, and let's choose, let's say, Donkey Kong Country 2. Okay, I'll quickly mention controls now while this loads up and I skip past the menus. Okay, there are several ways you can play games on a device like this. You can play them in portrait, like the Game Boy Classic as such, and how you use these buttons here. Or you can use just kind of the face buttons with the screen closed. Obviously the other options you can use are horizontal mode, like I'm using now, with the buttons on your right. Although to do that you need the Rotate Me software. Okay, the other option, which you're probably keen on, is can I use the multimedia keys on the side of the phone, flip the phone over and use the D-pad on the left hand side of the screen like a game controller or a Game Boy or something like that. Unfortunately the answer is no, you can't, but that is entirely a software thing, so hopefully when the N-Gage platform comes out next month you will be able to, and this will also give you the option, hopefully, this is all speculation though, in emulators as such, to map it as you can normal buttons. A nice feature, button wise, I have found out, is that the shutter button here can be mapped to be any button you want, so you can use it as the trigger button or a shoulder button as such, which is a very nice touch, although obviously probably wasn't intended for this purpose. Okay, as you can see here, it's all running rather smoothly, and it actually looks very nice on the big screen, the same as on the SNES version, which is great. You can just plug this up to any standard TV with a standard cable, and also you enjoy the same experience on the go anywhere. Some options these emulators give you are playing them in the standard ratio. As you notice, we actually have black borders on the left and right hand side of the screen here. We can change it into a full screen mode, which obviously eliminates the borders but gives you a slightly stretched look. The other options is with sound, and these can affect the game performance depending on what system emulator you're using. Okay, now onto the Game Boy Advance. Let's try with Sonic Advance, a very fast game. We can check the frame rate. Again, with the ratio of the Game Boy Advance's screen, you get a very strange border when playing it, kind of pixel to pixel accurate. And this time I've got the sound on because the sounds are a lot better on this emulator than on the SNES one. They don't slow the game down as much. But of course, if you don't like this big